Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video on How to Do It. Today we're going to be installing a drive shaft safety loop. Now just so you know, I am preparing the car for Fox Fest. We are crossing things off the list. It is just in 4 days, so it's coming up very quickly. And to be able to run this car in the quarter mile here in Ennis, Texas at Texas Motorplex, I need to run a drive shaft safety loop if I am sporting drag rails, which I am now. So if you got drag rails and you run, I believe, under a 1299, so just in the 12s, you have to have a safety loop. Now, I don't anticipate running the 12s. It'd be great if we are. Really have no idea what the car is going to run. However, just to pass tech inspection to be able to run, I think it's a good idea to go ahead and do it. Not to mention, it really is a safety item because I'm running the T5. There's a lot of reasons. Mostly the yoke, because you don't want to bust the yoke. But the yoke and the drive shaft and rear drive shaft, or rear yoke, is all new. So we have a new input shaft. Actually, the whole drive shaft is new. Okay, it's got a new Ford Racing aluminum drive shaft, so it's got the real strong yokes on it. So I'm not anticipating on breaking a yoke, but hey, anything could happen. However, the T5, and it could actually bust. That thing explodes, and it sends a tailhouse, you know, whatever. Okay, worst case scenario, you don't want the drive shaft coming up anywhere, especially if it breaks towards the front of the car, underneath your legs. Okay, I don't have to spell it out here. Worst case scenario, you can definitely lose control of the back end of the car. You can catapult the car. You can come up for the floorboards. It can be blah 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 blah. Anyways, it is a safety item, and there's good reason for it. So we're gonna install it. So I have a buddy who sold me his. Thank you, Justin. You guys know Justin. Go check out his YouTube channel, Justin91LX. Justin91LX. So go check out his channel. He told me this. He's rebuilding his car because of an unfortunate little accident he had with his. However, he sold me this one. This is just a standard Z plated. It goes in the car just like this. This goes up into the transmission tunnel. The drive shaft passes right through it. So yeah, this particular kit comes from a company called SMR. This is a really standard kit. I think you can find this pretty much anywhere, guys. It's around 70 bucks, and we'll definitely do the trick. Comes with a bag of bolts and a sticker, so you get your bolts and you bolt to the floor, and then you bolt your brace on, and that's really it. So there's not much to it. It's not exciting, I know that, but it is necessary. Okay, real quick update on the Dewitts radiator. Now, you notice on the last video we just installed this and got it set up. I've been driving the car. Again, I've been thrashing it, and I've done it with the AC on, and I've had zero issues. This thing is maintaining temperatures absolutely beautifully. They did send me another thermometer probe that we're putting in that will kick the fans on at 185 versus 195. I'm going to put that in before I go to the track as well, but I've had zero problems, and I just cannot highly recommend this thing any more than I already have. And I forgot to mention, but last time I posted this, the company sent me a promotion code for House to Dually users. So that is great for you. So if you use the promotion code House10, I'm going to post it right here. You'll get 10% off all their products on Dewitts.com. And what's cool about it is these radiators for these cars, guys, start from like $399 and kind of go up from there. But they are all U.S. made, and they are made in-house. So you're going to definitely get what you pay for and solve all your cooling problems. Give these guys a call, and they'll hook you up, and you get 10% off. Really, the first rule of order here is get the car cleaned out. I got some junk in it. Now, many of you also asked me about my cardboard cutouts. Guys, just so you know, this is actually a non-T-top car headliner that I cut out to make my headliner for my T-top car. I left the cutout, kept the cutouts with anticipation of wrapping these. I'm going to end up wrapping these guys up in some headliner, but the company I got the headliner from is out, and I've gotten some other gray and it doesn't match. So, but that is what I'm doing. That's what the cardboard is in the last video. We're going to be doing I'm gonna put headliner material on those, make them look a little bit nicer. So, okay, I know I've showed this before. Maximum Motorsports, guys. So just so you know, there's a jack on the front of the subframe connector. So Maximum Motorsports subframe connectors, and there's another jack on this side. But look at the car. Look at the back end of it. The back wheels are almost off the ground. It's like it's defying gravity almost. Like seriously, look how much the back of the car is lifted from the front of the car. It's crazy, right? This tire is basically off the ground right now. I mean, in fact, I think it is off the ground. So just the Maximum Motorsports subframe connectors alone stiffens it up that much. You can lift up the front, and if that other jack wasn't on, this tire would be up in the air. So get yourself some subframe connectors, guys. That's how stiff they are, even on a T-top car.
Uno.
Okay, come with me if you will. So I got this thing looped on. I've also noticed a new leak that I didn't have before. It's actually pretty nasty on here. I had no idea this was happening. So it looks like I've got a leak on the rear transmission seal. So we'll have to add that to the list. I don't know if it's going to be able to be fixed in time. I'm running out of time. But nonetheless, so here it is. All I've done is just looped it and kind of roughly just bolted it on here. Looped it around the drive shaft, of course. And then you can kind of see there's not a whole lot of options for where this can go. Like the transmission tunnel itself, I can't go forward. It's going to be too close to hitting the top up there. And I can't go any far backwards because the transmission tunnel narrows. So you can see it's kind of meant to go right here. Now I'm going to sandwich that. There's a little bit of room there on each side, but I really don't see it anywhere else can go. So what I need to do though is go ahead and get these kind of tightened down, and then we'll punch and just kind of mark in the floor where this needs to go. It's going to have to go on the outside holes because the inside is going to be right on this divot right here, right up there. So yeah, this is right in between the seat. This is the back of the seat, and the front of the seat's about right here. So, all right, remove seats. They don't mention that in the instructions, do they? Cat drug in, huh? Alright, we're gonna do some work on Tony's car here. What's up, Tony? Oh, we're wiring some air fuel ratio gauges, 2 of them. So he's got everything plumbed. We just gotta bring this down here. So I'm gonna work on that for a little bit. Yep. Alright, man, we got you hooked up, Tony. And we got a wide band. We got one going because he needs another bung for a second one. So we got one of them in. Got it wired, got it hooked up, so he's got at least an idea. This is a carburetor car, and yeah, it's healthy, man. You want to take a quick second, show the hood real quick, show the motor. I know most of you have seen this car before.
Of course, it is dirty right now, so it's going Friday to get stinking clean.
Really? Yeah. So Doug, you're gonna Foxworks, did all the work on this. Did a nice job on the tuck, as he always does. He does a phenomenal job tucking these cars. It makes me jealous. But he got a complete tuck. He's got the wiper motor gone, and man, that looks incredible, doesn't it? I just love looking at this clean engine base. Look at that. It makes me jealous.
He's telling me you got so much room for a big turbo. I'm like, yeah.
Naturally aspirated, just so I can have all this room. But yeah, look at that turbo. Look at that turbo room. Yeah, man, a little aluminum headed through it too. Nothing to it, right? Strong little motor though, isn't it?
Just a little baby.
Clean. So I'm having a bit of a problem here, and what I noticed was the safety loop just didn't really fit all that good around my drive shaft because of the width of the drive shaft. This is like a Ford Racing aluminum drive shaft. It's a little bit wider than a stock one, and just because how low my car is, I didn't think there was going to be enough room. Had about that much room between the top of the plate and anywhere I slide this, and I'm telling you guys, I have put this thing every spot of the floor. I've been down here for at least an hour and a half trying to find a way for this to fit and a good spot on the floors for this to match up and have room up here. But this is sitting right now, it's sandwiched on the drive shaft. There's no wiggle room up except for maybe that much. So I went ahead and loaded the rear end up on jack stands because now that is, see, now it's wedged up against the drive shaft and the top of the transmission tunnel here. So let's fitment is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie, especially if you got a lower car and a bigger drive shaft. All right, guys. So for my application, this is not gonna work. Listen, I've tried. I put this in every angle possible. When there is load on the wheels and the drive shaft is in a riding position, there is no room between the corner. In fact, you can see right here where I've been rubbing the corner of this up against the transmission tunnel, and then right here where my drive shaft was rubbing. So there's just no room. So because of this, I decided to get another drive shaft safety loop ordered. Let me show you what we got here. All right, guys, LMR to the rescue again. The reason why I love LMR is because of shipping. It's so fast. I ordered this yesterday. But this is a Steeda Driveshaft safety loop with a round, completely round circle. One piece, which means we have to remove the drive shaft to put this on. But hey, we're going to give this a shot. Alright, so just because this didn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for you. I know a lot of guys these things work really well for, so just keep in mind that at least with aluminum drive shaft and as low as my car was, I had issues, and I don't even know if this one's going to work yet, so we'll just have to find out. But this was $89, which is about $20 more than this. Yes, I could have fabbed up something like this, but for $89 spent, it would have taken me a lot longer to make it and find a source of steel and whatever. So, there we go. Okay. One thing I did also forget to mention earlier is there is a long and short side of this. You'll notice even on this one, the holes kind of line up. There's a much longer area here. This longer part goes towards the driver's side. So FYI, I think this is going to be the resolution to our issues. You can see them kind of side by side here, where this is going to dip up into that transmission tunnel. The transmission tunnel does go up this high. It just wouldn't allow it because these angles come out and kind of hit the corners of it. So, man, just looking at this, I think it's going to work. If you look at the mounting points, the mounting points are a little bit different. So these are about in the same location here. This one comes in a little bit closer with a little bit more angle to it. So we'll see how the fitment is with this one versus this SMR. Also comes with a bag of washers and bolts, and looks like also a spacer. Get a 12mm start wrench, not the open box end stock. Get the star wrench. This will go around your bolts, and this is how you get it off. Okay, I thought I'd give it a shot. Of course, there's no way possible to get that loop up with the exhaust here. So what we're gonna have to do is pull it from the yoke side. Okay, the idea is make sure we get the long side towards the driver here. Drive shaft out. Okay, as we lose fluid, try to slip this underneath here. Just like that. And put that back on. Keep it from losing fluid. There we go. Okay. Sweet. So you will lose fluid there. We'll have to top the transmission off. Yep, so pull that out of the yoke, pull the yoke out of the transmission, and slip it on this way. Yeah, and now I'm going to get that temporarily bolted back to the differential, and we'll see how this thing fits. Alright, man, now we're cooking with gas. So this, I can tell you already, fits way better, and it fits right up against my floor. It looks like it's just meant to be, and you can see up there, I've got a good inch now around the drive shaft, and yeah, it is just about perfect. Alright, I'm just taking the seats out. Alright, the seats are just kind of lifted up and out of the way. And I also went ahead, took the time to take the door sills off because I know I have to be lifting the carpet up. You don't want to bolt these over the carpet necessarily. So we're going to lift these up if I can. Try to get my hand underneath there, and then we'll tighten them down. Let's see here. Now remember, I've got Dynamat on these as well, so Alright, you can see where it's protruded right down there, which is enough room for me to get my hand in, but yeah. That's really all the room we'll need just to put a wrench down there and impact it in. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other ones in. Actually, we'll probably go ahead and get one in and just get it tight, hold it in place. And get the other side down, then we'll do all four. Alright, come on over here to the passenger side. So, what I was talking about with that spacer is this. So you can kind of see where it fits the floor really nice. I mean, it's got the right angle. It looks like it's in the right place. You have an extra hump right here, and I've realized that's what the spacer goes. The spacer is on this side to accommodate the floor hump right here. So I don't know if you can see that, but the floor spacer is right there on this side next to this hump here. So like I said, this kit, it even mentions that, you know, they require, or they have the spacer here, and it's meant to fit the contour of the floor really nicely, and it does. So that shows you the quality of this kit is quite a bit better. Cool. There it is, man. It is installed. We got to put the whole car back together, but look at that, guys. It's a pretty nice looking piece. Yeah, not too bad. It's definitely a solid one-piece construction, and it's definitely going to save us if something goes haywire with our drive shaft. But notice the amount of extra room. Seriously, like, this thing is solid. It's not going anywhere, and it's got plenty of room. This thing fits the transmission tunnel so much better than the other one did. So look at that. Hope you can see that room up there. Quite a bit of room. All right, man. Got it back on the ground. We are done. Got the interior all back in. So that means that is good, because we have the drive shaft safety loop installed, and it's just a safety thing. So it does make me feel a little bit better. A little bit more work involved than I thought it was going to be, just pulling out the interior and really just having to get on the ground and stuff. And you know, when you're my age, it's not as easy to get up and down on the floor like it used to be. But it's in there, and I feel better knowing that it's there. And it can't hurt. I mean, it's got to make the floor a little bit more stronger and more structured, right? I mean, you know, you're putting a brace between the two floors. Anyways, yeah, so that is pretty cool. Hey, check it out. So tomorrow, I'm going out to a dyno. Supposedly, we're going out to a dyno day. So that means hopefully the next video, or one of the few videos coming up, is going to be taking this thing on a dyno, which is awesome. Now, I'll post another video on Foxfest being canceled. It got moved to October 4th. So tomorrow, when Foxfest was supposed to happen, is actually going to be a dyno day, which is really neat, because I still have not gotten this car good dyno numbers after we had the turbo kit put on. If you remember, I had it tuned, not even running that tune anymore. It didn't calculate torque, car ran like crap, blah, blah, blah. So the tune that I'm running now, the tune that I've been running, has never been dynoed, and I would love to see what it's pulling, you know. So anyways, that's cool. That's tomorrow. Should be tomorrow. And if not, something else happened, you got in the way. But hey, hopefully it's tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. Stay tuned for more content. We're going to be taking this thing out to Foxfest, and that's going to be a blast, running it down the quarter mile. So that's pretty cool. So look, hey, we got some stuff to knock off the list real quick. Alright. Drive shaft safety loop, radiator, tires, oh, hood clamp. Oh, look at all this stuff. Didn't know filter, not worried about it. It's not leaking. I checked earlier. So still have a header leak. I'm gonna try to replace that header. That one. I think we've got some time. But yeah, progress. Guys, follow me on Instagram. You'll get notifications and stuff that I'm doing on the car before you see it here. And also check out the store whenever you can. We're gonna be selling merchandise soon. I'm waiting on some samples to come in. Just some house to do, like t-shirts and swag and stickers and whatnot. So that is on the YouTube channel now, which is kind of neat. What else is going on? That's it. That's it. That's it. Stop talking. I talk too much, man. We'll see you guys next time. Talk to you later.